We're joined by Tony McClure, Managing Director of Silver Mines. Tony, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Are you able to share a little bit of the background to the company?
Yeah, so Silver Mines Limited has been on the ASX for some time, but it went through a transition mid-2016 where we came involved, so new management, new board. We bought in the Bowden Silver asset, which is in central New South Wales. So Silver Mines Limited was, although it had been around for a while, it effectively came on as a new company mid-2016. So we've been at the project for 3 years now.
World-class asset?
Well, Bowden Silver is one of the world's largest undeveloped silver projects, certainly the largest in Australia. At the moment, it's got 270 million ounces of silver. We added 100 million ounces just in the last year and a half or so to the resource. To put that into a gold equivalent scenario, people who might prefer to understand that more, it's a bit over 3 million ounces gold, so it's huge. 275 million ounces is still open, so we haven't drilled it out. Still continues at depth. If it lands at 400 or 500 million ounces over time, that wouldn't be surprising. It's a very significant ore body.
Previous owners did a significant amount of study work.
Yes, indeed. And that, when we came in, we inherited a lot of drilling, which was great. We completed the infill component to it. We got the resources mostly up to the measured category, so it's a high level of understanding to it. We then took that forward to complete the feasibility study mid-2018, and that was for the development of a 5 million ounce per annum silver mine development. A little bit of zinc, a little bit of lead involved in that as well. So since our involvement, the drill out, the completion of the resource assessment, the significant increase in resource, then the completion of the feasibility study, it's been a pretty busy time for us. Where we're at the moment, we're now completing the environmental impact statement. That'll be submitted in the next few months. In the meantime, outside of all that, the exploration part is something that is coming together very, very significantly at the moment. It's doing a lot of work on site, and we're seeing different commodities shining through.
What should investors focus on over the next 3, 6, 12 months?
It's mostly on the exploration side. So yes, we've de-risked the Bowden Silver project, so that goes off for development approval. But the exploration is where the real work is happening at the moment. We're about 10 kilometres north of Bowden's at the moment, where we have uncovered effectively a very interesting gold-copper area. It's a porphyry system. We know now that we're on the same rocks as Cadia Ridgeway, the very significant Newcrest operations. Same rocks, same alterations, same structure, and we've just commenced drilling out there. So we've got a particularly interesting program going forward. Right as at today, we're drilling a high-grade gold prospect on surface. So this is an area which hasn't had any modern work done it. Indeed, it's surprising for New South Wales, we see high-grade gold at surface that the old timers never found. So we've got a pretty exciting program happening right now.
Silver market, not well known in Australia. What can you tell investors about it and what they should look for in a supply-demand situation?
Yeah, so silver's always carried along with gold. If you look at the market at the moment, the simple measure is the gold-silver price ratio. That's at 85 at the moment, which is up there with the highest it's ever been. That history has shown that indicates a bull run, which is about to happen in silver. That's clear. So you see a lot of commentary out there, particularly in North America and in Europe, that the followers of the silver market are, it's pretty obvious that the market is going to move significantly at some point. We're seeing a little bit of a flash of that at the moment, which is quite exciting. But I think the silver market, yes, it has carried along with gold historically, but when you look at the supply demand at the moment, you see that silver is the most versatile metals out of all the metals. So we see new technologies coming up. Solar is the big driver at the moment. So solar power, photovoltaic cells is all laced with silver. So that's a huge market coming forward. And then you've got all these medical applications, which are particularly interesting. Just to give you an idea, US soldiers now, all their clothing, whatever, is laced with silver for its antibacterial properties. So those technologies which we see are expanding in hospitals and so forth, and getting out in some quite unusual technology areas, but that's the metal. It's a very versatile metal. I'm sure everyone knows that it's in every TV set, all our mobile phones and whatever, so that market's not going away. Photography has always been an area where people were a little bit worried about the drop-off of silver from photography. Yes, that happened, and that happened quite some time ago with digital photography coming in. However, the pickup from that has seen a lot of silver demand when people are printing those photographs on silver-laced paper. So that market is still there. And then you've got the jewellery and hoarding, whatever, which has always been and continue to be buoyant out of particularly China and in India.
Management has a strong track record of building value for shareholders.
Yeah, so well, particularly in silver. So people might be aware of the Bolnisi project, which was ASX listed, big Mexican asset that was particularly successful for us. We've been in other commodities as well. So our board, just an example, myself, background in gold, silver. More recent development was a nickel mine in Indonesia. Peter Langworthy, who sits on our board, who's a very highly regarded geologist. He's background in nickel, so his Jubilee nickel, which is Jubilee mining, which is particularly successful. Joe Battersall sits on our board as well, well known out of UBS, generally regarded as a global mining analyst and one of the top ones. We have Keith Perrott on our board, who's our chairman, and he's from a political agricultural background, which is essential in the business that we're in.
Management with strong track record of driving value, a world-class project coming into a bull silver market. Tony, exciting times ahead. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, David.